Good day, paint pouring people. I'm going to do a little video of mixing some custom colours. Just go through a few at the moment. Yeah, because there's so many, it's just so many things that you can do with the colours that you already have and not be confined, think, oh, this is all I've got, because you can change them. So I'm just going to go through a few that I do and that I like, and a way of making some of your own colours into metallic colours rather than just buy metallic paints, which are always that bit more expensive. But yeah, so I'm going to get started. So obviously I don't weigh anything, so this was an interesting one, but I do like this because I get asked for a lot of times to put avocado colour in my commissions. So I make up my own avocado. So I use yellow oxide. Here we go. And this will go with, I'm using Global Paints at the moment, but it actually works equally the same with basically every paint brand, just might slightly vary in the shade that it turns out, but all paint brands are equally make pretty much the same colour. So this is yellow oxide and I'm going to make avocado. Okay, so what I do is it's all by touch and fit. So I've just added whatever amount to the bottom of that cup, whatever you choose to add to the, I've got picking up some black from somewhere, it's over something, just get a cloth, sorry about that. I don't know where I'm picking that up from, but anyway. Okay, so yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, so I've got the yellow oxide in there. Now, if you've got this is a cool blue, they call it in Australia. It's just the darker blue, so that can be in any brand. So it's the dark, just the dark blue. Actually, that says cool blue, that says warm blue, but I don't know. Anyway, the dark blue. So what I do to begin with is just add the tiniest blob in there and stir, and then the magic happens. So if you want it like a baby poo avocado, well, this is definitely, so if you just add the tiniest bit of dark blue to start with until you get the consistency, and obviously keep mixing really, really well. So that's your gorgeous avocado colour, and that was with the yellow oxide and the tiniest bit of a dark blue. So in Australia we're like calling it cool blue, but I know in America you've got different. But yeah, that's, I see, a really nice avocado colour. So do a bit on the, yeah, so that is really nice avocado colour. Okay, so that's one of my colours, is the avocado. So a colour that I use a lot in which I like is this banana leaf, but you can make your own banana leaf colour too. So I'm going to show you how. So what you do is you get, in Australia this is called green light, or light green, like green light in Global. If Montmall paint, which I'm trying to use more of now, because I found that in America you can get Montmall paints really reasonable cost, and if they're the studio acrylics, they're really lovely and thick. Anyway, go into that another time. But yeah, as I say, they work equally as well. So this is a green light, or light green. I'll take my stick out. So just for today's purpose, I'm just putting about 1 centimetre or 1.5 centimetres in the bottom of my cup. So this is just to giving you ideas of how to mix your own paint. So again, very slowly get your dark blue, just the tiniest blob of the dark blue, just one blob to start with. So you might like, this is what I do, is I start with the tiniest amount of the colour that I'm mixing in with it and see whether I like it. And you can always, you know, I keep, where's my card? Go on there. Okay, I keep a piece of card to, you know, try the colour. So, or if I like it, like that's quite a nice green. It is like a pea green at the moment. So I might just put that colour there, so to see how we change with. So it's still not quite the banana leaf, but very close. I can't even get the banana leaf out now. But if you see, it's very close to the banana leaf colour. So this is how you make the colour banana leaf. Again, I'm going to just add a little tiny drop more. Just the tiniest bit. And so you can keep adding if you want to go darker. Okay, so I would say that's pretty close to what it's called banana leaf. But this is how you can custom make your colour, because look at that, with the first blob it was light obviously, and with the dark, you know, the blue again, I'll add a bit more and see how dark. So this is like if you wanted to use your base coat as the light green and just keep adding different amounts of blue, it'll be all the different shades. You can just make some lovely shades of green, especially if you're trying to do a tropical look or you're trying to do a real classy look with the smoky greens and golds look nice. So this is actually okay. Gone that little bit darker again. I'm going to add a bit more blue. So this is why I say just a blob each time, until it gets to the colour that you're really happy with. Really giving it a good mix obviously. Need to, it's taking it darker again. I'm going to go a bit deeper. This should take it into the palm green, what we call palm green here. In Australia we've got a colour that I've used on lots. They say, well, how do you get that colour? Well, this is with more of the green, more of the dark blue. Probably even needs more than that. A little bit more. Take it to, so yeah, the deeper you go, the more blue you add, obviously you're getting a deeper, richer, going into the almost bottle green. And if you wanted a really dark green, you could add a little blob of black, but very okay. So this is what we call the palm green, which is a really nice. So you've got all those different shades that you can customize, and they look like you've got, if you put colors in between those, all of those greens look completely different when they're dried on a canvas. So that's basically what we're calling a palm green here in Australia, this one. So it's from the darkest to the light. The first one we're calling the green light, and the last one is the palm green. And like I said, you could add a little bit of black, or even start with the darker, the very dark green, and then add a bit of blue. So anyway, those really nice shades. So that's the green. Okay, what other colour have I been asked? My navy. I'm just going to put that avocado there to show, so I'll put it up. So that's the avocado. So they're 50 shades of green, should I call it. I'm going to show you now how I make my navy. So again, I use the blue, the dark blue, any dark blue you have, or cool blue, start with. So I will put about 1 centimetre in the bottom of my cup. Now I use this, it's called green deep, so it's a deep shade of green, almost like bottle green. I'm not a lover of bottle green because we used to have to wear bottle green as my school uniform, and so I had bottle green knickers for like 10 years of school and I hated it. So what I do here is, again, only a very small amount, again, so it's just this is black, just everyday, any brand of paint in black. Now just add a few drops of black, literally a few drops, and a few drops of green, the dark green, green deep. Stir it well. Oh, and that it brings it to a lovely deep navy. If you don't add the green, it kind of turns out like a grey nondescript, but that is now a deep navy, really lovely navy. And I think in Australia they were selling one called Harbour Nights, and it's, yeah, really that's how to make your Harbour Nights. So that's another little custom colour on your custom colour list. So just stir it really well. I'll add that one there. I'll write all the names in after, but yeah, that's a really nice navy to use. So instead of buying, you can just make it yourself. That's a great little one. So made that. Okay, another one, okay, to do is to make some metallics. So basically I can use this metallic pearl, which you can get with most, even if you use metallic whites or pearls, whatever, you use that as your base coat for, this is to keep lighter colours. So what I do is, if I want something metallic, whether it be metallic purple, lilacs, I use this. So, or even, I'll start with adding the blue again. So this is the metallic pearl, white. I add a tiny bit of blue. So you can, from this white, metallic white base, you can make all shades just with a blob of different metallics out of that pearl. So this makes a beautiful, this is one of my favorites. So it's again adding that dark blue, but just the tiniest blob, and it makes the most gorgeous, I'm just going to call it, oh gosh, what name shall I call it, because I haven't actually, look at this, just adding that blue to the metallic pearl. That's beautiful, really, really lovely. Can't think of a name at the minute, if anyone else can think of one. But yeah, it's like a really gorgeous, not a sky blue, but absolute gorgeous metallic blue. So I'll just put that. That was just with the tiniest blob of the dark blue. So we'll go that one. So again, like I did with the greens, you could just keep adding the blue to send it darker and darker if that's what you fancy. I'll just put a little bit more in this. I'm not going to go any darker than this one on this because I'll keep this for my next pour. Oh my goodness, that is so just with that metallic pearl, you can make some gorgeous pearly paints. Look at that. That is oh dear, I'm just a colour, just love colours. Beautiful. So that's a lovely, another metallic, that's like a very sky blue, and of course you could go darker with that and it still keep the metallic. So that's another. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's really, really lovely. Lovely, lovely. Okay, what was another one? My crimson. Crimson. You can either start off with, actually, you can either start off with purple. Oh, okay. What should we do here? Okay, I'll start off with the red. It's just use a mid red, not the very dark red. So this is how I can create my different crimsons. Again, I'm just for the sake of demonstration, just put about a centimetre of the mid red. So again, I'm going to add a bit of blue. Oh, probably added too much because I wanted to show you just slowly. Probably should have. This particular one, I've used this as rust, like a rust colour, and it is nice actually with the greens. It's like a russet. Adding just the using the cool blue. Now, when you added the darker red and the blue, it'll go purple, but this one is sort of is going a russet brown, like a really nice russet brown. See, so that's a gorgeous russet brown. I'll line that one up down this side. Oh. Okay, that's a russet brown. What was it? Oh, I've gone off track, haven't I? Oh dear. All right. I'll go back to this navy that I was making. So if you made that navy, or you use the very dark blue, and add a I'll find it now. It's a very dark red. It's called cool red here in Australia. See, we've got a warm red and a cool red. So this is very much like magenta almost, but it is called cool red. So if you add the cool red to the navy, again, I just add a blob. Just, oh, that's turned 2 blobs. But it, and stir that into the navy. It's not going yet. I need a lot more, obviously. I would probably do this the other way round and use the cool red and then add the navy to the cool red would probably be an easier way to do it. I just was trying to cheat. So this actually makes a really deep purple or deep crimson colour. It's coming already. See, that's really deep purple now. Put that down here. Okay, you add more of the darker red. So like I said, I would normally have done this the other way around with red in my cup, adding the blue to it. But that makes a really deep crimson colour. Really like aubergine. That is, oh, that is gorgeous actually. It's really dark aubergine. That's really rich, and that is gorgeous in pours when you put something bright in it. It brings it out. So that is the aubergine. Okay, I think that might do for today, and then I will add some more metallics tomorrow. See you then. Just try and just show you another one while I think of it, because lots have asked me how to make rose gold. What I do is silver, metallic silver. Pop that in. Ew. Okay. A lot of this, I mean, is trial and error to get to customize some colors, so don't be frightened. So I just, for the sake of this, is about 1 centimeter of metallic silver. Now add metallic copper. As I've said before, any brand. Again, just start off with a blob. You can always add more, but you can't take away. So, and then stir really well. So that's a very pale, already pale rose gold. And again, if you add more of the metallic copper, it would go deeper. But that's actually, yeah, comes out a really nice rose gold. I'll put that colour on here. It's a way of making rose gold, but I'll just add a bit more of the metallic copper. So oh, that was probably a bigger blob than I wanted to add, but anyway, go for it. So it's just going to be a deeper colour. So if you wanted it the deep to start with, I would start off with the metallic copper and then add your metallic silver to it. So that is really lovely rose gold. That very nice. Again, mix really well. I'll put a little blob on there to show you what the deeper. See how it completely changes it again. That's lovely too. So that's another one. Okay, I will put the wrong tops on the wrong tops. Yep, doesn't matter. So that's another one.